The Sleepover by Jinks and Louise Forshaw. Grace had been waiting for this day to come for weeks. She was going to her friend Maya's house for a sleepover. It was her first sleepover, and she was very excited. "Is it time to go yet?" she asked. "No, not yet," laughed Mom. "Finish your breakfast first. Then we'll go and pack your things." After breakfast, Grace rushed up to her room and looked in the drawer. What should she take? She didn't want to forget anything. She started to put things into a bag. Mom laughed when she saw the bag. "You can't take all of that," she said. "But I need it all," said Grace. "I need my pajamas and my toothbrush. I need a torch for when it's dark and..." Grace stopped and looked at Mom. "What's the matter?" said Mom. "What if I don't like it at Maya's house?" said Grace. "I like playing superheroes, but Maya likes riding her bike." "Maybe you can take turns to choose what to play," said Mom. That made Grace feel a bit happier. At lunchtime, Grace looked worried again. "What if there's spaghetti for dinner?" she said. "I hate spaghetti." Mom smiled. "Don't worry," she said. "Maya's mom knows you hate spaghetti. She told me you're going to have pizza." "I like pizza," said Grace, and she smiled. After lunch, Grace asked, "What else will we play at Maya's house?" "You like playing football," said Mom. "Perhaps you can play football together." "I love football," said Grace. "But Maya likes doing handstands." "Then she can teach you to do handstands." "And you can teach her some football tricks," said Mom. When it was time to go, Grace and Mom went upstairs to get the bag. "You can take turns playing games, and you like pizza for dinner," said Mom. "You'll have lots of fun." "Maybe," said Grace. But then she frowned. "What about bedtime? I can't go to sleep without Flop. Who will hug me goodnight?" "Flop can come with you," said Mom. "And I will fill him up with goodnight hugs before I put him in the bag." Grace felt much better. Mom and Grace went to Maya's house. Maya ran out to meet them. "We're going to have fun," Maya said. "We're going to dress up, go on the bikes, do handstands, and play football. And Mom says we can have a midnight feast." "I can't wait," said Grace. Grace had fun playing with Maya. They dressed up and went on the bikes. They did handstands and played football. They had pizza for dinner and Grace felt happy. But at bedtime, Grace started to think about Mom. "I miss my mom," said Grace. "I think I want to go home." Maya looked upset. "You can't go," she said. "We haven't had the midnight feast." Then Grace saw Flop. She remembered that he was full of hugs from Mom. She hugged him tight and started to feel much better. Maya's mom came in with some biscuits and a drink of milk. When they had finished, Grace felt sleepy. Before long, she was fast asleep with a smile on her face. In the morning, Mom came to get Grace. "It's time to go home," she called. But Grace didn't come. "I think they're upstairs hiding under the bed," said Maya's mom. "Why are you hiding?" asked Mom. "I don't want to go home now," said Grace. "We want to make a den," said Maya. "Next time," laughed Maya's mom. "What about another sleepover at our house next week?" said Mom. Grace and Maya smiled at each other. "Yes, please," they said. Story order. Look at these 5 pictures and captions. Put the pictures in the right order to retell the story. 1. Mom put Flop in Grace's bag. 2. Grace felt worried about the sleepover. 3. Grace packed her bag. 4. Grace didn't want to go home. 5. Grace and Maya had fun.